"I cannot go to school today," said little Peggy Ann McKay. "I have the measles and the mumps." There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. Poetry for me rocks. Poetry for lots of the kids rocketh not. Like you go in there and say, "Hey guys, you know, we've just finished the short story unit and read all those cool short stories and we've done, you know, all this and all that. Now we're doing poetry." It's like, you know, why? So instead of calling it poetry, I go poetry and song. They go, "Oh, that has potential." And other than that, I say, well, we've got to decide what poetry is. Because when a school teacher says we're doing poetry, you might be thinking, roses are red, violets are blue, and sweet and lovely and pink, and, you know, not for us. So I say, well, what do you think it is? Don't tell me now. Let's look at a bunch of poems first, and let's decide. Think about if you had to write a definition. So, I start with a little power. The epitaph of an Englishman, John Penny. "Reader, if cash thou art in want of any, dig 4 feet deep and find a penny." And I wrote this isn't Mohammed's words, but it was reminiscent of what he would say. He would say something like, "I'll dazzle that dude, I'll dance on his head, I'll give him my hook, you'll wish he were dead. So Fraser, you dummy, don't give me no jive. For those who are betting, I'll take him in 5. And he did. He was that good. That's poetry. So then I go, new words, old songs. So the assignment was to write new words to old songs. And to get them started, I always give them words to row, row, row your boat. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. I've been working on the railroad. But one group chose to do a bicycle built for 2. So to give you an idea or remind you just how that goes, here's my wife singing Daisy, Daisy, or what I would call a bicycle built for 2.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'd look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2.
Teacher, teacher, give me your answer now. I need to go to the bathroom or I'll have a cow. I've tried crossing legs and fingers, but the feeling it still lingers. I have to go quick, this isn't a trick, you don't have to show me how.
Awesome. Or, this is my favorite. It's on my blog, I'll show you later. It's the sprinkler clap. So what I've done with my guys lately is I say, you know, we don't want to give them what we've done in elementary school. We want to give them something that you will look forward to in high school. Let's give her a high school hey. Hey. And the kids love it. That was great. Give her a high school hey. Okay, here we go.
Okay, it's down to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle. Reading, reading, so much fun. I can't wait until it's done. Reading is so hard to master. When you're finished, it's not a disaster.
And that's what poetry is. As you told me earlier, it's a pattern. Or when my son was really small, he'd say, "Dad, I'm doing a pattern." This follows a pattern. So then I say, okay, let's move into the limerick. Because the perfect limerick has a very perfect pattern. And the pattern of a perfect limerick, to me, is this. It is an unstressed, stressed, unstressed, unstressed, stressed line. So it would go something like this. There once was a teacher named Jock. There once was a man with a beard. Or onomatopoeia is a funny sounding word. That's what onomatopoeia is. Snap, crackle, pop, biff, bang, kablooey. So we try to get them to understand what they are, and then as you're writing poems and songs, get to employ them. The easiest way for me to do that is to work with cliches. But sometimes when a kid writes in a poem, it was as smooth as silk. I thought that one up myself. And I'm like, no, you didn't. It was used once or twice before. Oh, but it's a good one, right? So we get to be creative. We get to think up something new, because the whole idea of communicating is to be fresh and new and ta-da! So, again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to see if you can come up with anything that you think is 3 minutes. Any one of those, or any number of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. As old as a teacher.
That's old.
I said it was old as our
I'm old.
These ones, as old as my grandmother's grandmother. Principal's jokes. Had to be there, I guess. Sharp as a marshmallow stick, sharp as a thorn, rose thorn. Wise as a mensa's enter. Guru, as deaf as a teenager at supper time. Or a shell-shocked soldier. So, not a really short story, but some snippets from High Level and Poetry and Song. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both.